What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin renegades, and today I'm not happy at all, and I'm getting a bit frustrated with Bitcoin. I'm gonna try to stay positive in this video, even though this is some super negative stuff that's happening. I'm not gonna let it affect me mentally or emotionally or any way like that, because they just do it over and over. Like, I'm numb to it now. Like, it still makes me mad, but like, I'm numb to it. It's happened so many times that I'm numb to it now. Like, I know it's gonna happen every time. And what is that? The Bitcoin hammer. This is a real thing, and ever since they found out that they could use it to keep the price of altcoins down, they've used it and they won't stop. Now, why are they doing, like, this is what I'm trying to figure out for myself. Why are they doing this? What is the point of every time altcoins start to go up, they use the Bitcoin hammer? And it looks the same every time, guys. Every single time, and it works every time. Without fail, it's like the bears found the best way to dump the market and to use the Bitcoin dominance to smash the altcoins with the Bitcoin hammer. It's not just the Bitcoin dominance. They are using the Bitcoin dominance with mass amounts of money. So that is what the Bitcoin hammer, it's the Bitcoin dominance featured with a pump and a dump. That what they do is they pump it to a resistance level, and then they use that resistance level and sell off like a slingshot. When they go up, they get momentum like you're pulling a slingshot back to the top. And then when they sell off, they let go, and all that momentum goes way down. And yes, it affects the price of Bitcoin, but then it normally goes right back to the price that it was at right afterwards. But what does it do to the altcoins? Let's take a look at the graph today. So as you see, we were at 36 cents at the start of the day. Okay? The graph started to have a nice little pump going on. Cool, man. I was looking, oh, graph's doing nice today, man. I'm liking it. Cool, man. We're finally having a nice little pump, a deserved pump. We've been waiting for 6 months. I just did the math. It's been almost 6 months since we've started dropping. November 10th was the peak. Ever since then, we've done nothing but go down. We go back up a little bit, just so that Bitcoin can use the Bitcoin hammer. Now, like I showed you, Bitcoin at 30,000, the graph was up at 60 cents. Well, the Bitcoin's at 40,000, we're down to 37. So what they do is they use the Bitcoin hammer every single time they see the market start to recover. The altcoins. They're using Bitcoin as a weapon against the altcoins. They're using the Bitcoin dominance that every time we could have an altcoin season, they put an end to it before it even gets started. You see that? Every single time we start to have a pump, the Bitcoin hammer comes out. And they will use it until you bulls, I'm calling you out, bulls. Do you not have an answer for this? Are you going to let the bears continually use the same move and the same tactic against you bulls over and over and over and over and over again? Without finding some way to countermeasure it, block it, make it not happen at all, reverse it, do anything. So basically what you're telling me is the bears are better than you. That they are smarter than you, they are faster than you, and they make more money than you. Sorry, bulls, you lost for now. The bears have complete control of the market. The altcoins. And when they don't, they use Bitcoin to bring it right back down to where they want it. Every time. That's why we're not having an altcoin season. This is a manipulated bear market for the altcoins. We're actually in a bull market in altcoins. But it's a manipulated bear market. So that's why I was saying we're in a simultaneous bull market with Bitcoin and a bear market for altcoins. The only reason is because they use Bitcoin to keep the altcoins in a bear market. It's an artificial bear market. This should not be a bear market for any crypto right now. We're in a bull run, a giant bull run that hasn't ended yet. So why are they smashing the altcoins down so much? You guys need to be aware of this. So don't short-term trade, please. I'm just asking you, don't lose money. Don't give it to these freaking idiots. Now, if you're going to buy and accumulate at these low levels, good job, man, for the future. Like, if I didn't run a crypto channel, I really want to leave for like 6 months and not look at the charts or anything. Because I'm tired of it, man. I am so tired of it. And if I'm tired of it and I'm like gung-ho about this, imagine all the people who are barely into crypto. They're not going to put no money in a market like this. Dude, last year, if I would have put money in any crypto, I would have made money. Now, if you put money in any crypto, you lose money. Dude, I haven't made like money in 5 months in crypto. That's because I'm not putting money in the market though either. All the money that I have in the market's already been there. Because I'm not going to put any more money into a market like this. There's no point to do it except for the law. Yeah, I'm stacking ICP. I'm stacking more graph. Not for short term though. I won't make short-term trades right now. I will not. Every time I've tried to make a short-term trade, they have either dumped on me or they've gone up enough where it isn't worth taking the profit and then dump on me. Like EJS. I was gung-ho about that one, man. I thought it was going to go 100x, man. It had the potential. It was such a low-cap market that anyone with like $1 million could pump it to the moon. So it didn't make sense when after I got it, it almost doubled in price. Well, 50%. And then dumped on me 50%. So I had a $100 profit. Now I'm like at a $100 loss. And all in like 2 days. Why? Because the Bitcoin hammer, man. They will not stop using the Bitcoin hammer. They won't, dude. They used it and you bulls don't have an answer for it. You don't. That's why I'm upset with all the Bitcoin bulls. All of the bulls all across crypto, you lost. The bears beat you badly. Over and over and over again, man. It would suck to be a Bitcoin bull. Oh, yeah, I am. So I guess I'm a loser. We're all losers. All of us bulls. I mean, I don't have enough money in the market to do anything about it. But any of you that do have enough money in the market to do something about it, bulls, and you're not doing it, it's because you can't. It's because the bears, they stymied you. They win. They found a move that they can use at any time they want. And it works every time. Why wouldn't you as Bitcoin bulls find out how to do the opposite? That when we go down, how about we pump up? Or what do? We pump down and then have a pump up. Why don't you do the same thing except backwards, bulls? The bears are doing it every time. It works every time. Every time. Every single time this works. Never fails. Dude, every time. And what they do, they sometimes dump before a pump before a dump. So if you dump before a pump, a dump before a pump before a dump. So it would have to be a pump before a dump before a pump. See? So you pump it, you dump it, then you pump it. That would be the opposite of a Bitcoin hammer. We would call that the Bitcoin trampoline. You just do it on the opposite end. They are doing it every single time to you, bulls. And you're letting it happen every time. And you don't have an answer for it. So I'm kind of disappointed in the bulls out there. Why are you letting this happen without an answer? Come on, guys. You're better than that. You're smarter than that. But you're letting the bears win every single time with this Bitcoin hammer. Let's see if there's a reverse Bitcoin hammer that they've ever used. Nope, that's still the Bitcoin hammer right there. So that should, if they would have pumped first, if it would have pumped up here, that would have been the reverse Bitcoin hammer. Because a pump before a dump before a pump, that would have skyrocketed us to the upside. What they didn't do is they didn't pump first. So it didn't work, and it actually was the Bitcoin hammer instead. So you can turn that Bitcoin hammer into a Bitcoin trampoline if you do it right. Just do the exact same thing that they're doing to make the market pump, to do it when it dumps. And then we can make it pump, right? So if they can pump it to make it dump, how can we dump it to make it pump? Come on, man. We got to be smarter than these fools, man. For real. The only people that want to short the market are people who don't care if other people lose money. Because what you're doing is betting against everybody else. You're like, if you lose money, I get money. Come on, man. Everybody can make money in a bull market. So let's get the bulls out. It's time for us to come into play, guys. I'm calling out every single bull out there. If you're willing to let the bears win, this isn't for you. I'm calling everybody to action who can actually do stuff, man. I'm calling Dominic to action, man. ICP founder. If anybody can counter this altcoin hammer, this Bitcoin hammer, it's Dominic, man. I'm calling you out, Dom. Let's do this, man. Let's get ICP out of the clutches of these bears. You know, I don't know how you could do it with ICP, but if you can buy enough Bitcoin to pump it and then dump it and then pump it, then we can have the Bitcoin trampoline instead of the Bitcoin hammer. So let's do it. Let's do the opposite to them, guys. It's pretty simple, right? Now, I don't know how they do the Bitcoin hammer. I don't know what money goes into crypto to do that. I know exactly what it looks like. I can tell you every time it happens, but I can't tell you what kind of money moves it. I don't know that. No, I don't know if there's a way that we can know that, to know how much money goes in, because then you could calculate exactly how much money it would take to get the Bitcoin trampoline. So if you can figure out how much money, see what they do is this little pump before a dump, before a pump, before a dump. And that's like a double Bitcoin hammer. It works every time. Just pump and dump real quick. And see, I don't think the trampoline can work. The only reason I think that is because, like I said, altcoins go down further with Bitcoin than they go up. So the Bitcoin trampoline actually might not work unless they can find a way to do it. I'm giving you the idea. I can't think of all of it. I can come up with the speculation, but the only problem with that is, yes, it does go down further with Bitcoin than up. But if we can find those support levels that that's what they're using. They're using resistance levels to slam it back down on us. Now, if we can use support levels to skyrocket back up, that could be a way, and that could actually get rid of that imbalance in the power of going up and down. We can do this, guys. Bitcoin sucks right now. The market sucks right now. When it just goes and does these volatile, erratic things, it's to keep the Bitcoin in power, and it's to keep the altcoins down. So now here's another reason why they do this. Dude, I think I just had the realization. I got goosebumps. That's such a revelation. Wow, was that from God or something? But whoa. Basically, what they are doing is using the Bitcoin hammer to raise the dominance. Dude, they are raising the dominance of Bitcoin. Remember I told you when Bitcoin was at 30-some thousand, the graph was at 60 cents. So if we think when Bitcoin was at 30,000, the market dominance was way lower because crypto's altcoins held way more of the market. And so why do they want to keep I figured out why they want to keep the altcoins down. We just figured it out. So they can keep doing the Bitcoin hammer. If Bitcoin owns more of the market dominance, it can control the altcoins with every move like this. Dude, we cracked the code. That is why they're doing it. For more Bitcoin dominance. Why? So they can keep using the Bitcoin hammer. The Bitcoin hammer is the Bitcoin dominance. Well, the Bitcoin dominance is how much of the market Bitcoin holds compared to all other crypto. So what they do is they push the price of the altcoins down. That Bitcoin dominance shoots way up because Bitcoin owns more of the market. So Bitcoin goes higher and altcoins go lower. Dude, we cracked the case on this one, man. That is crazy. That's what they're doing. They're doing it to keep the price of altcoins down, to keep Bitcoin in the dominance. They're worried about Bitcoin losing the dominance because then they can't control altcoins the way that they've been doing. And what they do, they use Bitcoin in that dominance to knock down the market, man. And so why are they doing that? To keep the Bitcoin dominance high and to keep the rest of the market low so they can control it. What is the number one fear of people? The unknown. Or the uncontrollable is even more than the unknown. Because if you know of something and you can't do anything about it, that's the worst. So what are they going to do? They are going to control it. How do they do it? With the Bitcoin dominance. And how do they do that? They knock the price of all other cryptocurrencies way, 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 way down. So it gives Bitcoin a bigger portion of the market, which makes the dominance work even more. So when they do these massive pump and dumps, it's going to dump altcoins and it can keep Bitcoin in a power position. So that the big money can control the market, even the altcoins with Bitcoin. So they can use that to make more money by buying at lower prices when they keep it down. Keep Bitcoin. That way, anytime altcoins start to do something they don't want, the Bitcoin hammer comes out. And it controls the market dominance. And if altcoins rise too high, that Bitcoin market dominance goes down. And then when the Bitcoin hammer comes out, it won't affect the market in the same way. Oh my God, dude. We cracked the case. This is why it's happening. So that they can use Bitcoin to control the entire market. Oh my God. Dude, you guys got to share this with people, man. This is fire. All right, guys. That being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin. Bam!